Hey guys, Equinox here. This is going to be a video just talking about how Brew's looking at Season 4 after all the testing I've done, seeing how it looks. And yeah, there will be a little bit of gameplay playing in the background. And yeah, I'm going to get right into it. So, after all the testing I've done, I've tried every dungeon so far. And honestly, Brew feels really good in every dungeon except No Cood. I think No Cood's like our weakest dungeon because, well, I wouldn't say it's our weakest. It's just the hardest to play because there's so much random magic damage and like tank busters you have to watch out for. Um, the hardest boss I'd say is the first boss in Azure Vault. That's like a pretty rough boss to tank. You'll see it during this, but it's quite powerful, quite a powerful foe. But yeah, I've been running mostly double DPS trinkets or one stat stick, one DPS trinket. So I've been running Boon plus Whispering Incarnate Icon for most of my keys. I tried Rage Heart out a little bit, and it's okay. I probably won't run Rage Heart in live keys because you're missing about 1300 main stat. And 1300 main stat's about 2.5% stagger plus all the attack power and normal stuff you get. So I don't think I'll be using that. I think yeah, I think Tree Mouse is probably better, or Boon, or Incarnate Icon's definitely gonna be Bis because it's the 1300 agi plus the 7% verse you get from the trinket itself. I think that's gonna be really good. I think Crit is gonna get quite a bit of value this season because most of our damage intake is gonna be, or most of our deadly damage intake is gonna be from magic damage. So we're probably gonna go heavy verse and heavy crit again. Crit will give us a lot more self healing, and yeah, it's gonna help with Celestial Fortune as well for external healing. I think right now VDH is still clearly better than everyone, but I think the gap is significantly smaller than what it was on live. I think you can live pretty much the same stuff VDH can, minus a few niche pulls. Um, and overall, most of the casts are on tanks, so it doesn't really matter that much. If you guys played Season 2, Season 1, you know most of the casts are on tanks. There's not much group damage. There's a couple cases where it is group damage, but mostly is on the tank, which helps non-DH tanks quite a bit. But I'm pretty excited for the season, honestly. So far, it looks good. I still think Brew needs some tuning. I think their talents need tuning, specifically stuff like Anvil and Stave needs significantly buffed, and I think High Tolerance needs doubled from 2-4 to 4-8 on Stagger. And I think those two talents, you buff those, and it'll give us some talent diversity. And yeah, I think that would help a lot. Probably in higher fort keys, we'll be running Incarnate Icon plus Tree Mouse. I think that'll probably be our best setup. But on Tyran, or even a fort keys you're confident in living, you'll probably play Boon plus Incarnate Icon. I think Incarnate Icon's just a guaranteed buy. I think that will be that or the Broodkeeper ring will be our first buy. I'm leaning towards Incarnate Icon because it's just so strong. Like, you're pretty much going to use it in every situation. So I think that'll be our best buy. But we'll see. I'll make more videos about it the more testing we do. And yeah, overall I'm pretty excited so far. Tyran, I think our hardest dungeon is going to be Algathar still, since it's for 3 bosses in a row with extremely heavy tank damage. And Azure Vaults, there is two bosses with extremely heavy tank damage. The first and last. The last boss is hard for Brew because we do not natty live any of the stomps, so you have to like make sure you run Dampen and Diffuse to cover everything. Dampen, Diffuse plus Tree Mouse will make it so you can live pretty much any tank buster combination, and yeah. And like I said, a lot of the damage is magic, so Dance with the Wind is going to get a little bit less value. And you'll probably want to use Dampen more. Short Fort Brew, or Iron Shell Brew, I'm not decided on yet. I'm leaning towards Short Fort Brew since dodge and armor isn't as important, except in a couple dungeons. I think Brackenhide, it's really important to have a Big Fort Brew, and I think Algathar Big Fort Brew is really good because a lot of the damage taken is bleeds and melees from the lashers and the severing slice dudes. But yeah, hopefully that's mostly the video. Looking forward to season 4. I'll be making another video soon about trinkets, more in depth. I go over all the testing I've done, what situation calls for what trinkets, what trinkets are really good, what trinkets are really bad. I'll go over builds too. I've been testing out different builds, and I'll obviously fully update the guide for season 4 when it comes out. But yeah, have a good one, guys. Peace out.